Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yoyis and I'm a lash artist in Las Vegas. So this is episode 12 of my Lash Babe is Killing It series. For this week's episode, I got the chance to sit down with Celi, but she goes by Celi. You can find her on Instagram at Celi_Wells. So if you guys want to see today's chat with Celi, then just keep on watching. I got my lows, I got my highs, moving on close to my goal. Time is now, place is here to rest, filling the holes on my soul. I see, I like, I go, I get, no one can hold me back. I see, I like, I go, I get, who I get, who I get, who I get now.
There we go.
There we go. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I like your
All right. So before we get started, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell me your name, where are you from? Give me a little history about yourself.
Well, my name is Araceli, but nobody really calls me that. So I go either by Celi or by Celi, which is where Celi Wells came from. Wells is my husband's last name. So I am married.
Oh, you're married? How long have you been married?
Married 6 years.
6 years? Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
You have kids, right? I heard them in the background.
Oh, you can hear him. We've been having Zoom meetings all morning with them too at school.
Oh,
Yeah, I do have 3 kids. I have a 9-year-old and then I have twins that are 4.
really? Girl, how was that? I bet, oh my goodness. My husband's like, I want you to have twins. And I'm just like, no. How was that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, twins. It was hard. They were the reason I actually started considering doing eyelash extensions.
Really?
Yeah. I've been in the industry for 13 years, so I'm a cosmetologist.
Okay.
And when I had the twins, I knew that when I went back after, my maternity leave, that I wanted to do something a little bit more quiet, more peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
So, and as you know, if you ever get your hair done, it's very like fast paced and loud and long days. So I was like, when I go back to work, I want to just have me time, even though I'm providing for somebody else.
Yeah.
So, and that's what happened. I gave up doing hair in March, and then the pandemic happened. So
Okay.
yeah, twins is not easy, but if you're meant for it,
It gave you a reason though, because now you're doing lashes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I stopped working to take care of the kids because it's hard and expensive even for daycare.
Yeah.
That's when I took my first lash course and was practicing while I was on leave.
Mm-hmm.
So once I went back into the field, I started doing lashes and hair. And eventually the hair appointments just started fading away.
Okay.
And started focusing with lashes only.
So you're a full-time lash artist now?
Yeah, under the circumstances, because right now it's COVID. So
yeah. So do you work from home?
I do work from home. Right before COVID, I was renting a station for hair and lashes at a hair salon.
Okay.
But in March, I decided to stop doing hair, and it just so happened that in March we got shut down also. So it kind of just all fell into place.
Yes, it sounds like it did, because it's like, what a coincidence that everything just happened the way it did,
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I do miss doing hair, but I really do enjoy doing lashes. So I'm glad I went that way.
Yes, you're really good. I've seen your work and I was like, girl. So how long have you been doing lashes? Since March, right?
Well, during my leave, I was practicing a lot. I will say that I practiced a lot before I offered it to anybody. So I got my first certification in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while. The first year I only did classic.
Okay.
So I did classic for a long time until I got certified with volume, and
Mhm.
then I did volume. So, I mean, I guess you can technically say like a little bit, 2.5 years I've been doing lashes
Okay.
for clients.
Yes, you can tell because your work is just so beautiful, and you just recently took another certification with Soko Lashes, right?
I did. I took their Soko Lashes, the online course.
Mhm.
Um, and you were kind of one of the reasons I went forward with it, because when I was still playing around with adhesives, I tried their adhesive. It was when they had the little couch
The
on their
old
table.
one, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I had just started doing lashes. So I was like, oh, when you first start doing lashes, your retention is probably not the best. So I was still playing around with lashes and placing them and playing around with glue. So
Yeah.
after I saw your reviews, I'm like, I need to give it a try again. Let me close my door. There we go. So after all of your reviews and I came across your page, I'm like, I need to try this out again. And I will say I love taking courses, and
Mhm.
I'm a course junkie, I think. But I really did enjoy. And that course gave me I was never a pincher.
Really?
I always like to do the sticky dot. And after her course, that's when I was like, I need to practice this. And it takes me a little longer, but the results are a lot more consistent.
Yes, I've actually tried learning how to do the sticky dot, and I couldn't get the hang of it. I was like, how do you do this? I never learned. I couldn't get the hang of it.
I still use them if I'm doing a very light volume with thicker lashes.
Mhm.
I use the Scotch rounds.
Okay.
I just place them, they spread, pick them up. I think for that, you do need to have very good tweezers for a good grip, because unlike pinching, you can get away with, being able to move the lashes around when you're pinching.
Yeah.
So if you do have to have really good tweezers to pick up and really so that they don't fall apart.
That makes sense because when I was a beginner and I first started, I was trying to learn that because everybody's like, use the sticky dots, it'll save your life. And so I tried, and my tweezers were not that great because obviously, the course, they don't ever give you good tweezers. So I had the hardest time trying to learn how to even make fans and trying to use the little sticky dot. But ever since I changed my tweezers, everything's a lot better. But it's crazy how those little things, if you tweak one little thing, it helps you out so much better.
So much,
Mhm.
so much. My first course, can I say the brand, or is
If
that
you
okay?
want, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my first course was the classic course with Barboletta, and then again the volume was with Barboletta. When I first started doing lashes, I was sticking solely to that brand.
Hmm.
Like I was like,
Not
it
experimenting.
can't get any better than this, right? And I was mind blown when I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I mean, not to bash on them or anything, but there's tweezers that work for people and there's tweezers that don't, for example. And then I'm like, oh, like I really need to explore. And that's when I took different courses, played around every time a brand had some type of sale, I would order and play around. So, and like I said, I practiced a lot before I offered it to clients. So my sisters were my models all the time.
That was me too. My sister lives with me, and I practice on her. I'm like, all right, guinea pig, time for a new
Exactly.
set.
Yeah, they love it.
Mhm.
I have five sisters.
Really, I have four.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have five sisters. So they're all walking around with lashes
they're
and their
your
hair done. And I'm
they're like your walking advertisement.
yes, that's true.
You said that your reason, you got started in the lash industry was because you had twins and you wanted to be able to take care of them, be at home with them, to have something more of a slower pace, right? Is that the only reason why you got started? Like, obviously being a cosmetologist, you saw that there was potential in the lash industry. But what is your reason of why you got interested?
You know, when I took my course, well, first of all, going through a pregnancy with twins and then having them, and then finding something that could give you the sanity, I guess. Finding something that's going to, I mean, I enjoy it. It clears my mind. When I'm doing lashes, that's it. That's all you think about. And I realized I really enjoyed it because when I wasn't doing lashes, I wanted to do lashes. I'm like, oh, can my sister come today? Or oh, I wonder if I can just offer this, new set for free because I just wanted to do it. So just that feeling. And I guess that's when I realized like maybe I am burnt out from doing hair. I also relocated. So dealing with a whole brand new of clientele and starting all over again it could be intimidating. So, and at first I was like, I don't know if people in this area even want lash extensions because I live in a small town now. But then when I saw how people were coming back and requesting it, I said, oh, like I mean, you want to do what you love, but you also need to make a living.
Yes.
Right. So it was good. And not to mention doing hair cost as a stylist way more than doing eyelash extensions.
Because of all the products that you have to buy.
Yeah, a lot. And you can't predict a lot of the time, especially when you're working, building a new clientele, you can't predict how long it's going to take to do this and that and this and that. So doing hair and lashes was very overwhelming because I couldn't plan around because I didn't know how long it was going to take me to do this new client. And maybe she was a brunette and wanted to be blonde. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a
So
process all in itself.
yeah, exactly. So when I love stocking up and with lashes and knowing that I have everything that I need to guarantee the client what what they want. So, but yeah, other than really enjoying it and doing, people say do what you love, and it sounds like crazy, but no, for real, like I
Yeah.
really enjoy doing this. And you know what helps is when people tell you, it really shows how much you like doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I have a very supportive husband, and even the kids are like, "Oh, do you have clients today?" Yeah. Okay. They know they need to like. So having, and that all boys, by the way. So
Oh,
having something girly like this room, and it's like my go-to room, like
it's a
just
little
being
baby
here.
cave,
Yeah.
huh?
So I really enjoy it. I really do like it. I really do like it. Pretty passionate about it, and you take pride in something that you do, it'll show.
Yes, it really does show because in your work that I've seen you improve from the time that I've been following you. It's been like a year, right? Like a
It
year that we, yeah,
could be. Yeah.
yeah. And it's just this 1 year alone, I seen your work improve to another level, and I was like, whoa, like what just happened? Like your work went from like already good to like whoa, to another level. It's been so good, and you could tell that you're so passionate about it, and you could tell like in anybody's work, you could tell that if they give it their all or they're just in it for the money. And I can tell that you are passionate about what you do, and it shows, and I like that. That's one thing that I really admire about people is when they actually give it their all. But yeah, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I like that people could tell, you can go back and look at your pictures when you first started and you're like, oh my gosh. But then thinking, I tell my husband, I was like, looking at my pictures, I was proud of that in the moment. So if you can grow from that to now, I'm like, I wonder if I'm gonna look at my pictures now in a year and be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
And
Mm.
then another thing is a lot of people say, I see a lot of posts where it says, don't compare yourself to others. And I agree, but I also disagree because I did compare myself to others, and I'm like, wait, I still need improvement here. So as long as I guess you're comparing yourself to others to help you, to
To
benefit.
help you, yes.
Because how many times have you taken a picture and you're like, the picture doesn't even look that good, and you're like, I'm not gonna post this one because the angle was wrong. So yeah, that helped a lot. I did compare myself to others, but I think I maybe saw it as in a different angle, like I'm comparing myself to be
Be better.
better.
Yes. And it's true that I still do that to this day. I'm like, wow, her work is so good. I need to be on her level. And that's a good way. But if you're comparing yourself to doubt yourself,
Yeah.
then no, like that needs to stop. You know, you need to have confidence in what you're doing, because if you don't have confidence in what you're doing, it will show. It will show through your work. And it kind of sucks to say, because I mean, I was like that. Like I got like that a point in my life where I was just like, maybe I won't be good enough, you know? And my work was showing that, it was reflecting that. And once I noticed that my work wasn't all there, I had to change that. And ever since then, I'm like, I will never compare myself in a bad way, because it puts me in a position where you don't want to be there, you know?
Yeah.
So
And
it's,
it just takes that one thought to make you
yes,
feel that way.
yes, it really does. It's like, as a lash artist, you need to have confidence. Your mindset needs to be on this kind of level for you to be at that kind of level.
Yeah, because even when you are doing a client and your mindset is not there at the moment, that can go downhill.
Yes.
It
And
won't
it's
work.
crazy. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but your clients could kind of feel your energy, and it kind of makes everything awkward. It's like they know, like, your energy, your vibe has to be in a certain way, has to be happy, has to be positive. That way they come in and they're relaxed, they're ready to go. Because if they come in and they feel that you're not up to it, they're gonna sense it.
Yeah. Yep. Just the same way we sense it. That's one thing I do struggle with still, when some clients don't realize how long it's going to take, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or they forget. And you can start seeing them, like, crack their knuckles or like do this. And then you are like, oh man,
I
I
need,
I, I need to hurry up, but you can't hurry up. Like, you have
yeah.
to take your time. So that's another energy that will affect us as lash artists,
Mm-hmm.
because
I I wanted to ask you, what is one area that you struggled, or maybe still are, but what is one area that you struggled in the beginning, and what did you tweak to help you overcome that struggle?
I mean, I think one big area would be retention
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning. And that's something that I took. Like I said, I started trying different products and different methods. Retention was at the beginning, and right now still inner corners. Um, all inner corners are different,
Yeah.
and it's like sometimes it works, and sometimes it's like it takes forever. So inner corners, I'm always trying to figure out a faster, easier way to do it. I don't know if there is,
Mm-hmm.
but inner corners and timing. I mean, timing. I wish I could get faster. I wish it was a faster way to do it. But timing is also another struggle that I still deal with. And I like to take my time, but I also know not everybody has all the time in the world. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, that's one thing for me too, is that I am such a perfectionist that if I sit down, I'm like, okay, this might take 3 hours. I'm
You're right.
sorry.
Yeah.
But like, sometimes you have to take your time in order for your work to look good. You have to. It's one
Yep.
or the other. Rather you're rushing it and it doesn't come out good, or you take your time and it's gonna look amazing, you know?
You're right.
Mm.
What has helped though is when, I mean, when you get somebody that went somewhere else and it took them 45 minutes or an hour, and then they get lashed by somebody that takes 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and they're like, oh, it
Now I
shouldn't
see.
have taken an hour. Those clients appreciate that you do take your time. But if nobody's had a bad experience, they're like, why is she taking so long?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I think they do need experience going to a faster person for them to realize that you want better work, you have to be a little more patient, you know? Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you, what are your goals within the next year, 5, 10 years? Like, where do you see yourself going?
I honestly would love to have my own established business.
Mhm.
I do want that. That's something that right now I struggle with, even thinking about it, even being asked that question, because everything is still kind of in a way put on hold, with this COVID. And now they just announced we're in tier purple, whatever that means anymore. I don't know. So thinking about the realistic, I'm like, outcome, I'm like, is this gonna happen anytime soon? But I really would love to have my own business, established business, not at home.
Yeah.
And I think I've messaged you about this before, but I do find like microblading is calling me. So I do right before COVID, I was already on a wait list for a microblading course. And then I'm like, everything happens for a reason. So
So
I'm
what's
just sitting here waiting. But I am very interested in microblading also. So yeah, I think that's, I mean, 5 years, that's realistic, right? Maybe.
Yeah, a lot of things could happen in 5 years. I've
Mhm.
met girls that have, that have been lashing only for 5 years and already have a salon all, to themselves. So anything could happen within 5 years. And I honestly believe that you should do microblading because that's one thing I believe in is that if something is in your heart and something deep down is telling you to do it, then do it. And especially if you've been having the same thought for a while now.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge believer in feelings like that. So you should definitely think about it. And are you still on the wait list? Are you still going to take it?
Yeah, I was on the wait list to take the course. I was taking a course in May,
Hmm.
but I was in the wait list for a while. So because they were shut down for so long, everybody before me now is ahead of me, right? So now I am like, oh, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And the deposit was is refundable because of everything that is happening. So that was one thing that I'm like, well, everything happens for a reason. Is a reason maybe I shouldn't do it. You start thinking about that way. But no, I do want to learn that technique, and then I am afraid of, can you do both? Because I was doing hair and lashes, and that was just not. But I don't know, maybe microblading and eyelashes go more hand in hand.
Yeah, I feel like brows and lashes, since it's in the face area, I feel like you could still be more relaxed than hair because hair, you have to be up and about, you have to be all up, like doing so much at the same time. But I feel like brows and, the eyes go well together. And especially since you already have your space, you already have everything set up. That is definitely a really, really good service to add on to what you already provide. So you should definitely do it, especially since microblading is very, very popular right now. Very popular. And if you really have that in your heart, then you should definitely do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens in that amount of time. And like I said, I do have a very supportive husband and family. So
That's good. That's all you need. That's all
fine.
you need.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
And then I'm only lashing when he's available because the kids are not in school like many other kids. So I only do eyelash extensions once he's home from work. Luckily, he gets home pretty soon. I
Mhm.
mean, pretty early in the day. So when he gets home, I'm like, okay, I'm doing lashes. So see when I'm done. So, but he is really supportive, I will say. Yeah,
That's really good. That's what we all need. Do you happen to have any questions for me before you finish out today?
I do. I think I already mentioned to you that I do like taking courses. Is there any course that you are looking into? Any either business or actually eyelash extension courses?
So I am taking two courses with Soko in January. She's doing the masters. I'm taking the masters with her, and she is coming out with a business side for lash extensions or anything in general. She's coming out with a business course, and I'm gonna be one of the first ones to learn and give my input. So I know she's coming out with one of those, but I am interested in this girl here in Vegas. Her name is Poised Lux, and I'll send you her info later. But the
Mm-hmm.
way she does lashes is like, girl, it's so beautiful. Like you already know I love wispy sets. I love very dramatic, beautiful, strip lash looks. And the way she does lashes is so beautiful. So I do want to take a course from them. And I also do want to take another um a mega volume course through Lashbox. I've seen you that you've taken a course through Lashbox, but have you taken the masters?
No, not the masters. Well, I guess the mega volume course. Let me see, what is it called? No, it just says mega volume. I don't think it was the masters. No.
Mhm.
And that was my first mega.
Course.
Yeah. And they do, I don't know if you've looked into it, but they do use the shimmy method,
And the flower bouquet, right?
the flower bouquet. Yeah.
You don't like it? You don't know how to use it?
I like it.
Uh,
It works, but it's not as consistent as pinching. And in my personal opinion, I feel like I waste a lot of lashes in the process of doing that.
hmm I've actually tried because when you watch their little videos that they post up on their Instagram, it looks simple, and I've tried to do it because I'm very good at picking up things. But if I can't pick it up, then that means it's not for me. And I've tried it, and I feel like maybe the Soko glue dries way too fast, that it doesn't give me enough time to play with the lashes. So I feel like
Mhm.
that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But I definitely do want to take a course through them. The masters, I think it's the masters mega volume.
Could be, yeah. When I took their mega volume, I do get to, because it was on online course,
Uh-huh.
they offer I don't remember the discount to take that a different course with them. But knowing that it's the flower bouquet, I just can't compare it to the pinching, and I do like pinching. I did learn a lot from Lashbox LA, but that method wasn't the most efficient for me, I guess.
Everybody, picks up things differently.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
quite the art. I mean, it's definitely nice to get them, and then, but like I said, for me, the consistency wasn't.
All there.
I had like good days and bad days of doing the flower bouquet. And if you are practicing alone, the adhesive needs to be super thin.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Soko, now I have like everything Soko lashes in here. Like, Jenna can thank you.
I feel like I'm like that too. I'm just like, I need to like try new products, but I love Soko so much that I can't stay away from them.
Right? What I'm nervous about is all these Black Friday deals right now where you can get I
Mm,
mean, they're gonna be out there. So I guess those are the days that you can explore and try
explore,
things
yeah.
you want to try.
hmm
But I
And I
do
know that. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
but I am very happy with, I don't know why we do that, I'm happy with what I'm using, but we're still always trying other things.
Trying other things. Yeah, I guess it's just, as lash artists, it kind of is our job to experiment and try new things, because it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to try new products and see what's better out there. But I'm so stuck on Soko, but I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, like I love Soko and I will never betray Soko, but I do need to see if there's good products out there, especially for what I do, because I don't want to just be like, oh no, Soko 100%, even though I am an ambassador for them, but I want girls to know that it's okay to experiment, that there's nothing wrong with experimenting.
I agree.
Do you have any last questions?
Yeah, you were talking. I know I've watched all your videos, and you've answered this question. I know that you do want to have your own salon, like your own spot. What's keeping you from doing it now? Like, what are you waiting for to know that it's going to be the right time to do it? Like, other than financial, yeah, other than money, honestly, because if we have money, obviously we're not. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really good question. I don't know. I feel like it's not the time for me right now, especially with everything going on. And my husband and I are trying to start a family, so I want to focus on that first. Um, I know that within 5 years, I'm gonna make it happen within 5 years for sure. But I feel like it's not in the cards for me right now. I just know like something is telling me it's not right now. That's a good question. I've never had anybody ask me that. So yeah, I think that's the thing is that I feel like it's not the time right now. Mhm.
The sign isn't there yet.
Yeah, it's not there. And I mean, Vegas it's a pretty small town. I mean, it's pretty big, but I've been here all my life and I know that it's not that big. And I'm still not sure because my dream, my big dream right now is to have a salon out in California. Like, I don't know what it is. There's something about California. Like, I want to be able to go out there when I want to. And my husband and I love going to California a lot. And my favorite place to go is Laguna. So I would really love to have a spot out in Laguna. So I'm still not sure if I would like to stay here in Vegas. I know my husband doesn't want to move, but I have it in my heart that I would like a spot on Laguna for sure. But that's probably why. That's probably the reason why I'm still not sure if I want to here or out there.
Location.
Location. Yeah, location.
Where are you taking that SOCO class?
I'm gonna go down to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did get a message about that, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe I could take it too. Maybe I could take it too.
Yeah, for sure. Next year, she's gonna have a business course side for,
So that business course will come in handy to have your spot in Laguna.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And it'll be the first time actually meeting her, and I would love to take in as much input as I can, because the fact that she's opening up her own spot, and she has her own brand, it's like I want to take in as much as I can, while I'm there.
Yeah.
So,
that would be nice.
So it was really, really nice to meet you, and thank you again. Thank you so much for giving me the chance to talk to you. I had fun talking to you and actually getting to know you.
My parents showed up right before I was trying to do the call, and that's when I emailed you my email, and it was completely wrong. I was like, go, Dad, Mom. Us Hispanics, they just show up whenever they want to.
I know. My mom, too, she's all like, hey, are you home? I'm going to go by. I was like, no, Mom. Yeah, I had to lie to her. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom. I have a client walking in right now. And she's all like, really? I was like, yeah, just come over later.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. Well, I hope that you do have twins, maybe.
My husband, he's like, babe, I wish we had twins. I'm like, oh my goodness, if we had twins and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, really. After I had my twins, they did tell me that the chances of having twins again are really high. So that's when I knew that this was it. And everybody thinks I want a girl. And I'm like, no, I'm okay with my 3 boys. Like, they're fine.
Boys are so much simpler. You don't have to do
they love their mom. I'm everything for them. And so if you do have twins, I can give you some pointers.
Okay, thank you.
Or just one. It's okay.
Yeah, you're way ahead of the game.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Well, thanks, hon. It was nice talking to you.
Well, you too. You have a good. What is today? Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yes.
Have a good Tuesday.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. What did you guys think of Celi? Isn't she the sweetest? So I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys made it this far, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you guys don't miss out on future episodes or future lash content. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.